Josh McCuistion of Soonerscoop.com here with the new man at Broken Arrow, Bryson Brown. Bryson, what's his first few weeks been like? Just kind of, I guess not a few weeks. You've been here a little longer than that, but what's it been like settling in?
Obviously, first and foremost, I want to thank God. It's the first thing. It's been a blessing, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? To be here with the coaching staff, it's unbelievable. Having some coaches behind me that I really actually truly care and, to put me in the best position I can be. When I get to college, I want to, be the best I can and perfect and, just give away my talents and, be the best I can. Mm-hmm. So, God put me in this position to be here today. That's just amazing for me, and just being in a position to be at BA and to be with new teammates and teammates that actually care for me, you know what I mean? So it'll be great, just great to be around the environment and, I can't wait for the first game.
Okay. With BA, obviously, not that far removed from they were, contending for state titles and that kind of thing, kind of had a rough last few years. But what, as you kind of get around the program, and obviously you've had all the success at Owasso and you've been around a good program, what are the things that you see like, okay, we got to grow up in this way. We got to get better in these things. Not just like, okay, we got to be better football players, but what are the things you see as a program that like, and it's for everybody. Like what can everybody be better at to make the team better?
I feel like everybody should just lead. That's the first thing. And always, like I said, if you keep God first, like I promise, like you can get through anything. So, I honestly, like, there's really, like, nothing for my first day, like, for the first day I came here, there's really nothing that we honestly need to fix. I feel like, 1% better every day. So I feel like as a team, we always working, no matter what. I know, like, we're always working. Like, I have never been around a team, like, that always push and work and, like, grind hard like this. Like, I feel like we have a great chance of, doing something great this year. And, like I said, like always, if we keep God first, we'll be able to do anything this year. Okay. Yes, sir.
Now, obviously, they're got to be happy with how much better their secondary got in a hurry, yes, man, sir. With you and Samaj. Yes, now, he was telling me you guys go back a little bit. You know each other. What's it like just knowing? I mean, and again, not to say that Owasso you weren't playing with quality players. You were, but yes, to have a guy like Samaj, like, okay, if I get a lot of position, I get a little out of whack on something, like he can clean up the mess for me a little bit. How much does that help?
Oh man, first, Samaj is my dog, so you know what I mean. He's honestly like having him over here. We're gonna push each other no matter what. Like I know if I slack, he gonna push me no matter what. Like he first got here he was on my tail. So he gonna push me. But overall, I feel like it's a great thing. That me and him are with each other because we're gonna both push each other no matter what. That's a really good thing. You got two big time 4 stars, in the state. That's gonna really push each other to to be number one. And like I said, it's just great being with him. It's great being with him. Yes, sir.
Now, that's something I kind of meant to ask him about, and I forgot. 2027, man. Like, there's and I've kind of seen it coming, but I keep finding new guys. I'm like, that guy can play, that guy can play. Is that, like, are you guys aware of that? Like, is there, that guy, he's number one right now, but we're going to get him. Is there some of that talk?
For sure. We already been talking about it. There's people out there that I know that we're going to be coming for. So, that's like a duo. That's a big time duo. So, I mean, you can't really pick and choose who you're going to throw it to because we're going to be right there waiting on it. So, yes, sir, it's going to be great.
Well, now, to talk a little recruiting, we won't go. You got enough time. We don't have to push you too hard on what's going on with that. Sir. But I know you've got some summer plans. What do you got coming up?
Right now, I have Notre Dame and I have Ohio State, probably Texas as well, probably Alabama, Baylor, probably TCU, and that should be it for right now. But I know more later in the summer. Okay. Yes, sir.
Just such a quiet summer for you, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, you go on all these trips. I mean, what are some things, because obviously you can't see everything on one trip, but what are a few things you're really trying to hit when you go to a campus and kind of learn about that school?
First is trust. Like, I want to go to a school where I know I can be trusted and I can trust them. One thing I don't chase logos. I don't chase logos. People think like, I get these big time offers and I'm trying to go to a big time school. I don't care. I want to go to a school I know I'm going to get developed and be ready for college, and I want to leaving from college to go to the league. I want to go to a school that's actually going to develop me. I'm not logo chasing for nothing. Like, we see the schools that really ain't got the big time logos but made it to the playoffs, and did good. So you know what I mean. So it's gonna be like great. But you know, like overall, like I said, I don't chase logos, and you know, I want to go to the school that I can honestly trust. You know, like I always pray and you know keep my head up to you know God bless me to go to the right school and choose the right school. But like I said, it's just like first and foremost is trust, and that's really it. Yes, sir.
Now, obviously, a coaching staff is going to be a huge part of that. I mean, you know, you're going to talk to the players too, but you know, your position coach, your coordinator, whatever it may be, you know, you want to have a relationship with those guys. Are there some coaches early on that you feel like you've developed a really good bond with? Like, you know, again, you're still getting to know everybody I know, but anybody that early on you feel like, you know, I feel like I know that guy.
College-wise?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. There's plenty of coaches that I have, like Coach Jamar from Nebraska. As me and him, like, really have built a closer bond. You know, Coach Valai as well, and you know, other coaches like that, like from different schools. Yeah. And you know, we have been building a closer bond. You know, but really June 15th, when the you can really text and all that, I know for sure. Like I really be bonding with a lot of coaches right now. So a lot of coaches, you know, I text them on Twitter and stuff like that. They just like it and stuff like that. But I know June 15th, I'll really be able to, you know, text and other things like that with coaches.
Now, that day before, you're going to let your fingers rest because you know that next day you're going to be texting and talking like crazy, man.
Yes, I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be on it for sure. You know, I know my dad probably going to text a little bit too because I'm not going to be able to do it all of it. But, yes, sir, for sure, though. Thanks, though, for my pops, though, always. My pops has always been there, you know, and just always supporting me and my family. I first want to give a shout out to them. That's the first thing I should have said. But, you know, my dad always, he has been there and, you know, always on my Twitter and, you know, help me out and stuff. So that's another thing. But, yes, sir.
That's awesome, man. You don't hear dads get enough shout-outs.
Yes,
but,
sir. Yes, sir.
You know, for you, and you've mentioned, you know, your faith several times here, and I know that's something that Oklahoma's very forward with. You know, they talk about that a lot. How much does that, you know, again, I don't know if it's everything. I don't know if it's a little. I mean, how much does that kind of resonate with you? And I know it's not just OU. There's plenty of other schools that do as well. But what, you know, what kind of role will that play is, you know, kind of having that, you know, that relationship, you know, that you want with God?
Yes, sir. First, like, I just feel like it's going to, you know, God is great, always. God is great. So I feel like going to college and I go to a school that, like, actually believes, like I said, and, you know, that I always just have that first mindset of keeping God first. And, you know, I feel like that'd be a great role, you know. And like I said, any coach that's out there, I want any coach to push me as hard as they can. You know, like my dad always tell me, if he can push me as hard as I can take his coaching, I can take any other coaching. So, you know, I really feel like that'd be great for me, like I said. And, you know, any school I choose, you know, I really hope it's really great for me. And, you know, I chose it because I really want to get developed and I really want to do big things in life and, you know, and become a great man in life and become a great role model. So I feel like that'd be great. Okay. Yes, sir.
And I always say last question, then I always throw one in. This become as much a part of my interviews as anything else I do.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned Coach Valai earlier. You know, he's a guy that, you know, I think people see him kind of from afar, and I don't know that OU fans like have a great feel for him all the time. What's he like as you talk to him and get to know him?
Coach Valai, he's a great coach. You know, like when I went up there for Future Freaks, and I sat in his office, me and a couple other DBs. Yeah. You could tell he knows the game. He breaks down the game. He breaks down everything, and you can really understand it in his type of way. Like some coaches, when they break down things, it's like you really you understand it, but you really don't really understand it. But when I hear it from his perspective, I honestly feel like he's talking. He knows what he's talking about. Like he's a coach you can honestly trust, and you know, and he can lead you somewhere great in life. You know what I mean? So. Like always, you know, I always try to listen to him and listen to the things he gives to me and, you know, the advice and, you know, just I know any type of school I choose, like, it's going to be great. But like I said, you know, I really can't express it more because, you know, I am still a sophomore, but, you know what I mean? Sure. But obviously, though, like I said, Coach Valai he's a great coach, though. He is a great coach, and if anybody's really not looking at him like that, like it'd be a great guy just to talk to. You know what I mean, he'll really give you great advice always. Okay. Yes, sir.
Well, again, we got to let Bryson get ready for his practice here. We're going to get some video. Again, this has been Josh McCuistion, Sooner Scoop, here with Bryson Brown.